the second year in a row, the Bills face the Titans on prime time. Can Tennessee take down the AFC East champs? We'll find out next on Monday night.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Titans for their first possession, led by Ryan Tannehill in his 10th NFL season and 3rd with Tennessee.
And the former Miami Dolphin had a career renaissance in 2019 with Tennessee and carried it over into 2020. A career-high 32 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions, and those were the fewest he'd thrown in a full season. And speaking of full seasons, he played all 16 games for the first time since 2015. He's got to be excited about 2021.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Tannehill on 3rd down. Shoves him aside. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Bullock's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Then we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On play action, Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A gain of 37.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
Let's go!
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. And again, it's Allen. Sanders got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys? And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. That's taken on the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We're going to shut you down.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. Allen to Beasley, 1st down, Buffalo.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but Cole Beasley, he's in his 10th NFL season, and in 2020, his best year yet. 82 catches, close to 1,000 yards. Loves the freedom that this Bills offense affords him.
Allen now on 1st down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Demarcus Robinson.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first down carry for Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Bullock will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame,
This is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. Don't like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen flushed out right. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Oh, yeah. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out come the Titans now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays for Tennessee. Another first down for the Titans.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And no surprise coming off a 2,000-yard season. It was Derrick Henry who totaled the most yards after contact in the NFL last year, and he's up to his old tricks here. To throw is Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill over the middle, complete. It's Jones. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tannehill looking to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. There's a nice move. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. On 3rd down, Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Allen and the Bills now down 17-14. Exactly 1 minute remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Throwing is Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Bass on for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.